Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. So here I am, waking up in the morning, scrolling through X as I usually do, looking for topics to cover, and boom, pops up a video of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden during last year's July 4th event, and it's going viral with the general premise, kind of comparing the general demeanor and attitude from last year's event compared to this year, with the new administration in charge. But I personally believe the story goes a little bit further than that. I think there's a more interesting point to make here, a kind of revealing of Democrats' shady tactics, the way they try to manufacture consent. I think this little clip kind of shows us what the Democrats are really up to. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so just take a look at this.
And we give thanks to our Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States, the extraordinary President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Independence Day!
So that's from last year on July 4th, and Kamala Harris is there introducing Joe Biden on stage, clearly trying to hype him up. Oh, it's the great Joe Biden, the greatest president to ever live. Then your attention is diverted to Joe Biden, just kinda awkwardly standing there, looking like a disheveled, confused old man. He looks like a dusty old stack of bones, barely holding it together. But meanwhile, Kamala Harris is there, in such a weird, cringe, obviously forced moment, presenting this man as if he's an incredible, inspiring figure. It's absolutely laughable. And I'm thinking in my head, presidents who actually have charisma, got a story, who've got a track record, yeah, they don't need a hype woman. They just walk in the room and the aura is already understood. They don't need a Jeb Bush applause sign.
Please clap.
And this moment captured exactly just how out of touch, disingenuous, and fake the Democrats really are. It's yet again the Democrat propaganda machine on full display attempting to rewrite history. Joe Biden's a historic leader and Kamala Harris is a generational talent. Give me a frickin' break, and all this stuff seemed to kick in the moment Joe Biden stepped out of the way. All of a sudden, the DNC propaganda machine kicked into full gear, trying to gaslight us into thinking Joe Biden will go down as one of the greatest presidents in modern American history. You will like Joe Biden. You will believe that he saved the economy, that he saved American democracy from the evil orange man. Yeah, frickin' right. But anyways, the effort continues as they don't stop rolling out Joe Biden, usually with his handler Jill Biden, and always with the same theme of presentation.
Nicole said that nonsense Napoleon, the French leader, looked at Moscow with anything other than a sense of dread. You came along. We expanded NATO. We brought in 2 new votes, 2 new countries. We took on, we should have, the invasion of a European country, Ukraine. We strengthened NATO in a significant way. And I'm getting calls, I'm not going to go into it, I can't, from a number of European leaders asking me to get engaged. I'm not. Get in place. These things are different. I often ask the question, I ask it to you rhetorically. If America doesn't lead the world, who can? Great question. No, not a joke. Not because of power. Who can put it together? And mistakes today have significantly greater consequences than they did 50 years ago.
That's Joe Biden at a private California event, telling the audience that people just don't stop calling him, praising his leadership, and comparing him to the great Napoleon. I mean, absolutely absurd, the level of propaganda, the level of gaslighting. Joe Biden's the greatest president ever. You should be thanking him. You should be shining his shoes and kissing the floor at his feet. Oh, and here's another one. This one's real rich. As Democrats attempt to manufacture whatever scandal it is for the week, you see the posts all over social media. I bet you regret not voting for Kamala Harris now. To which the response is always, no, never. I'm pretty sure everybody is still soundly in agreement that dodging this.
It is an honor, of course, to be with you this week as we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, as we speak truth about our nation's history. Since 1934, every October,
The United States has recognized the voyage of the European explorers who first landed on the shores of the Americas. But that is not the whole story. That has never been the whole story. Those explorers ushered in a wave of devastation for tribal nations, perpetrating violence, stealing land, and spreading disease. We must not shy away from this shameful past, and we must shed light on it and do everything we can to address the impact of the past on Native communities today. I believe strongly that we right now have a chance to change things, to improve things, to be better for this generation and for the 7 generations to come. Because I believe that we are at the beginning of a new era and a moment of incredible transformation. As we work to rebuild our economy, as we work to restore our democracy.
Yeah, that was a bullet dodged. Do you miss her yet? No. And according to the surveys, I'm right. If an election rematch between Trump and Kamala Harris was held today, who would you vote for? Trump still leads by 3. And that's after 10 years of media warfare, bogus indictments, and non-stop paid-for NGO campaigns to discredit him, sabotage him, and sow chaos and discord in an attempt to pin it on him. And yeah, despite all of it, despite all the gaslighting, all the manipulation, all the psyops, the people would still run it back. Trump 2024, baby. You're not going to gaslight us with this nonsense. Nobody wants Kamala Harris. Joe Biden was not a great president. In fact, he was the worst president. Take a look at this survey from Qantas Polling. According to them, Joe Biden is the least favored American president in the 21st century. I mean, Jimmy Carter's legacy is breathing a sigh of relief. Joe Biden is the most ineffective, the most mocked, the most disliked, the least qualified, him and his vice president. And despite the media's constant attempt to pump his legacy up, despite the constant fluff pieces, despite the constant fairy dust and Men in Black neuralizers to attempt to make you forget about the Afghanistan withdrawal, inflation, the ridiculous spending, the oil policies, I mean, the list goes on. Despite all of it, Joe Biden remains the worst, without a doubt, without debate. And the Democrats think that they could change that with their pathetic little revisionist history games. Well, you know, maybe in an old era where the legacy media had more control, but in today's era, in the internet age, never gonna frickin' happen. These Democrats need to come up with a new strategy. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.